We're gonna do some super fast makeup first. I'm gonna put my color match form down at the bottom here. And if you want a color match for free, all you have to do is go to kristascolormatch.com. Here, I will pin it. And then there you go. So go get a free color match. This is one compact makeup. My name is Krista. I am a Saint artist. I am not a trained makeup artist. I am a social seller for Saint, but I get trained as you go. I knew nothing about makeup when I started. I barely wore any, and I was so annoyed with makeup because I have really dry, blotchy skin, and I couldn't find anything that worked for me. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So we are going to do this really, really fast. I'm actually going to finger paint my makeup on. We call it the cheetah hack. So what that means is we are basically painting by numbers for grown-ups. It's like we're painting on our spots, and then I'm gonna blend it all together. So I'll explain to you what I'm doing as I do it, and then I gotta get out of here. Today is Ashton's first day back homeschooling, and it's his birthday. So we're gonna go to the arcade, and we're gonna go do a homeschooling Earth Day planting thing, and just have a really great day. The sun is shining. That means my mood is like 1,000 times better than it normally is. Okay, so these are my highlights. This is what you would consider your foundation. This is concealer, right? Still called a highlight though. It's a brighter color. I'm just gonna place that in the outer corners because I'm a maturing girl. I have a lot of lines under my face, so we're gonna be really careful where we put our bright colors. So we're gonna do this in this area too. All of this makeup has a yellow base. Don't let that scare you. I am a pink toned girl too, but we need yellow. The yellow is going to counteract the redness, and it's going to help warm us up and make us look alive and not like a corpse. We want warm skin. So now this is what you would consider your foundation color, the one that most closely matches your skin tone. I know that this color is a little bit dark for my face, but I do this on purpose for 2 reasons. Number 1, I do not look good when I'm washed out. And number 2, because I have melasma and age spots, so I wanna cover it. I make my neck darker with bronzer to match my face. It's all good. All right, so now I'm gonna add my contour. This is also cream. Don't be afraid of contouring. If you can take this like this on your finger, and you can do these 2 spots, and if you can find your cheekbone right here, super easy, right? Then we're just gonna put a little bit of contour right next to it like that. But the key is to make sure that you are doing your skincare before your makeup, because if you have oily skin, if you have dry skin like me, and you try to put any makeup on right over top of it, it's not gonna do its job. It's not gonna be able to do its job the way that you need it to. Somebody remind me at some point to blend this contour out underneath of here, because if not, I'll walk around like this all day and no one will tell me, and then I'll look like I smeared poo or something underneath my jaw. So please, someone help a sister out if I forget. All right, so I didn't do my brows because I wanted just to be able to blend this all over like this. If we need to go back in and add more, that is okay. All right, oh, I just don't want to miss any messages. That is okay, but we want to get the teeniest, tiniest amount on first because we don't need a lot. This makeup is super pigmented. We don't need a lot of makeup, okay? So I'm using my blush and bronzer brush here, and you're gonna see me tapping down. I'm just tapping into a little more makeup as I need it to cover my redness. Hi. Say hi when you hop on. Gosh, what is everyone doing? Is the sun shining where you're at today? It's so cold, but incredible. I'm just happy that the sun is shining and we get to go outside and enjoy it. I sent back Ashton back to school. He went for about 5.5 days of public school. He's been home. He did virtual schooling for kindergarten, and then I homeschooled him this year for 1st grade. Working. Well, I'm glad you can hang out with me while you're working. I'll try to be a little bit quieter. I homeschooled him. The school called me a few weeks ago and were like, hey, why don't you try to bring him back? And I was like, all right, but like, listen, we have health issues, our autoimmune issues. We need to be really careful. We need to make sure that we are washing hands. And they're like, oh yeah. And by day 3, he was sick. He was sick all Easter weekend with 103 fever. So I emailed them last night and I was like, we're done. We're not doing this. The doctor was like, no way, we're not doing this. So we pulled him from public school after 5.5 days, and we are going to homeschool the rest of the year. I am totally okay with that. Makes me feel better as a mom that I'm doing what's safe, because he has 3 autoimmune issues and I have 7 that are diagnosed. So we have to be really careful of all the stuff going on out there in the world. He didn't actually have anything. They strep tested him and whatever, but some type of virus, and obviously earphones or kids are on break. Daycare worker, okay, I'm glad you can listen. So he was contagious because he was running a fever, and I just couldn't believe it. That means that basically after 3 days of being in school, he got sick. I'm glad I pulled him too. Thank you for that support. It's hard when you're the only person in your family or your household who believes the way that you believe and who is being really cautious. Even in extended family also, there is a whole lot of pressure going on around you. It's damn hard to stay strong when you are fighting the masses, if you know what I'm saying. So, it wasn't an easy decision, and I feel like I'm always having to sell it. I'm always having to sell the narrative of this being the better option for us, but it just is. And why not? I'm home. I work from home. So why the heck not, right? It is hard, as you girls know, if you are moms. It doesn't matter if you have 1 kid or 40 kids. It's trying, right? You don't have a whole lot of time for yourself, but as moms, we also love our kids. We want the best for our kids, our homes, all that stuff. So we make it work. If you didn't know what I just did, I took my cream bronzer and I just rubbed it around in my neck to make sure my face and my neck are the same color. All right, so now we're gonna move on to our blush. It's cream. So today we are gonna go do, the Earth Day thing is actually a homeschool event. So that counts as science. It counts as socialization. It counts as going out and running around and having fun. We will do that too. So that's gym class. That's what's really cool about homeschooling. So all the time they spend in school, they don't need to spend half that time to actually get done the things that they need to do. It's nobody's business but yours. Thank you. And that's what the doctor said to me, the pediatrician. He was like, get him out of there. He was like, it's way too many germs for his little body. He hasn't been exposed in over 2 years. Let's slowly reintroduce him over the summer. He was like, why did they even call you to bring him back 6 weeks before school ends? It's crazy. Kids enjoy school. We love it. It is challenging, but you know what? I just think it makes us all better all around. It really does. And you know what? It's okay if you send your kids to school too. Different strokes for different folks, and I totally support whatever you need to do for yourself and your family. And that's all it comes down to, right? Everybody is different and has different needs. So, what else? We did our blush. I'm gonna use a little bit on my lips, the same color. This is Cindy. Everybody needs this in their life. If you haven't gotten a color match, my color match link is right there. It's pinned. I think it's there on your screen, chrisscolormatch.com. So really lightweight, natural makeup. We're glowing. We barely put anything on our faces, but we got rid of the redness and we're just evened out. It takes off a couple years. I'm all for that. All right, so now I'm gonna use my line brush. I'm gonna fix my brows. We brush them up here, over this way, and then if you need to, you can brush them down that way. I don't have a whole lot of hair, just right here, so there really isn't a whole lot to brush. And just like that. All right, so this is eyeshadow. This color is oak. If you have hair color like me, just like a medium blonde, you could probably use oak. Even if you're graying, you could probably use oak. It's just kind of somewhere in between cool and warm, and it is perfect. All right, so the doctor said to pull him, right? So I was like, he was like, you're the mom. Follow your gut. And I was like, you know what? I always do that. But then when you have principals and other parents like in your family and, you know, all these people telling you like, this is what he needs. This is, you know, what needs to happen. And then you kind of start to like second guess yourself. But I should always trust my judgment. Can you make up your own palette? I don't like shimmer, but not sure how adjustable palettes are to picking your colors out. Absolutely. So all of these are individual, right? They all pop in and out. You create whatever you want. I'll color match you, but then you don't have to buy any shimmers. You can buy all mattes. The makeup itself is dewy. The foundation will give you the dewy effect. If you don't like that, then you can just use a big fluffy brush and put setting powder, whatever setting powder you love, all over your face. It will mattify you you're done, but you still get that lightweight coverage, but then you're not putting powder directly on your skin, so it isn't drying you out, or like if you have flaky skin, it's not gonna make your flakes stand out. So the doctor said to me, I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, let me know. The doctor was like, pull him, and I will support you, and if you need a doctor's note, I will give you a doctor's note. And I got a hold of the homeschool moms just for a little extra support, and they were like, you don't need a doctor's note, you don't need anything, go do your affidavit, go get it notarized for $10, turn it in again, and that's it. So I'm gonna tell you though, this was part of my reasoning behind it. It was a total confidence thing on my part. I was afraid that I hadn't taught him enough, that he wasn't on track, because I didn't follow any type of curriculum other than like our math books. They were, I guess, a curriculum, you could call that. But I was afraid that I didn't do a good enough job and that he wasn't going to be on track. And the school was like, you don't have to do an evaluation. We'll just kind of slide him right in there, assess him as he goes, and give him a little bit of enrichment if he needs it. And if he doesn't, great. So I was like, I felt kind of off the hook at that point, if you will. I'm like, he'll just get what he needs. I'm probably not doing enough. What if he's not ready for second grade? So he gets in there and the teacher sends home a paper about what they're working on. And I'm like, holy shit, like he's 6 months ahead of them in math. He's already done all of this stuff the past couple of months. I'm like, I did what I was supposed to do. I felt so good in that moment. And then I felt like, oh my God. And I sent him and he didn't have to go. And it was all because I questioned myself. I second guessed myself. And we should never do that. We shouldn't do that, because you know what? At the end of the day, we are the moms and we do know what's best for them. And I just should have went to the homeschool moms group, and not just moms, homeschool parents group, and let them talk me out of it, because they're just the most incredibly supportive women, and I should have listened to their guidance before doing it. But he did love it. He did love being around the other kids. The structure was really great for him. So that means that I need to ramp up and amp up what I'm doing. So every day I'm going to try and find a homeschool co-op thing to go do, or we'll go to the playground, and we're just going to keep really busy, because I know that he needs that part of it. And I have been doing it, just I guess not enough for him. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start today. Today I have a very sad day that I cannot explain with tears and younger siblings are sad, suffering. I'm very sorry to hear that. You love your blush. It's so natural. It is. This is Cindy. And they look so crazy pigmented in here, but it's like a semi-gloss. So when you put it on, you can put it on super pigmented, or when you put it on like that and you brush it out, you decide what your makeup looks like, even with your foundation, depending on the brush. There are brushes that pick up more makeup because the bristles are denser, or ones that pick up less makeup. But that's why we finger paint our makeup on when we first get it, because that's going to apply the teeniest, tiniest amount, just until you get used to it. Because when we get anything new, we just want to all over our faces, right? Or we want to dig in there and paint it on. Please don't do that, because then you're gonna be like, Krista, number one, my face looks like a cake, and number two, my color is wrong. And I'll be like, but it isn't. I promise you, I'm really good at color matching. Your color isn't wrong. You just have a little bit too much on your face. Just back it up a little, finger paint it on, blend it with your brush, and you'll be good to go. All right, I had already applied my lip conditioner before I started. This is Chai eyeshadow, my fave, and this is a cream illuminator. And I'm gonna show you the bottom of here. So this is cream illuminator. It gives you a glow. This is what other companies call a highlighter. This is what adds glow to our face, all right? And this is a powder illuminator. This is gonna give you super duper glow. This is Georgia right here. This is Honey. I love them both. They're both in here. This is your setting powder. So if you don't like the dewy effect and you don't have a favorite loose powder or something that you use, you can take this, you take your big brush, and you can set your makeup all over your face. You can take your smaller brush and you can set under your eyes. Even if you get oily and you just love using a setting powder, you can do this all right here in your compact. These are more of my favorite eyeshadows. It's just so good, girls. You have to go get your color match done. Go to that link, go to my bio, or just reach out to me if you have more questions. The color match is free, so it doesn't even, like, it's no obligation or anything, you know what I mean? So I would just get that done first and then ask questions about whatever you want to ask questions about. All the pricing and the ingredients and everything are on the site. And the link to my site is also in my bio. But if you're really just unsure, because I was really unsure in the beginning too, just reach out to me and ask me some questions, and I'm always happy to answer them. I don't care if you buy any makeup or not. I mean, I do, but I just want you guys to feel comfortable in your skin. So whatever makeup you need to use to do that is fine. I will tell you though, this is gonna make you feel good, because this is just creamy and lightweight, and it's great for everybody's skin, is what it comes down to, especially when we hit our 40s and we have all this stuff going on. You need something that's going to work with your skin, that's not going to settle into your wrinkles, and that is going to brighten us, right? Because as we get older, we lose all of that natural shine. That's why we love the dewiness. It brings us back to life, and that's what we need. So we have an entire customizable compact. All of these colors pop in and out. You only buy them individually. So you're only buying what you want and what you need. And then if you want to add or change your colors, you can do that. You just pop them out and pop another one in. My suggestion is this: make sure you get a brush. Number one, make sure you get the brush that's suggested. Number one. Number two, make sure you get a larger palette, because if you get a smaller compact, which is only going to fit 4 or 6 colors, then when you decide that you want to grow, you want to buy more makeup, you're going to be SOL, because you're not going to have a compact that's going to fit your old makeup and your new makeup, right? Your beginner saint and then your additional saint. And then you're going to wind up with more than one compact, which defeats the purpose. So I'll show you this really quick before I go. This is a 4, right? A palette 4. This is going to fit 4 large tins or 8 small tins. You do that though, and you don't have any more room. So get a 12. This fits 12 large tins, or get an 18. Every time you add one of those tins, these are tins, every time you add one of these to your cart, you get a compact credit. So you're gonna get a big discount anyway, or you might even get it for free, depending on how much makeup you buy. All right, you love me. Thank you so much. Oh, I keep on doing that. Let's see. I'll probably be ahead. Actually, my friend's kids have been. You know what's so funny? Is it all comes down to me. He's really bright. He learns like not just book stuff, but we garden. We go for hikes all the time. We're the type of parents where like, I use a lot of just our everyday life as a learning experience. And maybe because, that's just something that we do naturally. I don't necessarily think of it as like educating. So I'm the type of person where if you guys follow my stories, I do like my daily to-do list. I try to post them daily. If I am not checking off a list, my brain doesn't keep score of the things that I'm doing. And I think it's the same exact thing for homeschooling. I head trip about life. It really does suck. Homeschool kids usually come out ahead. I hope so. If I'm not keeping score, I'll answer your question about the price in a minute. If I'm not keeping score, I don't feel like I'm doing enough in life, in work, in mothering, in homeschooling, in any of it. So maybe, I just need to like write it down. Maybe I need to journal. Maybe I just need to remember that I am a strong, confident, competent, capable woman. And I've been raising babies for 22 years, and I've done it a pretty darn good job so far, and I'm gonna continue to do a really great job. So there you have it. You guys heard it. You need to hold me accountable, and every once in a while, I guess I just need a little boost and a little reminder. So is it pricey? It is not pricey. So if you go to the store and you buy Maybelline or MAC or whatever you buy, MAC is expensive, whatever you buy, I promise you that it's going to be the same as, or what you already buy is more than these. Each of these cream tins are only $14, and they will last you anywhere from 2 to 12 months. Other than my bronzer and my foundation colors, I have never completely used a tin of makeup in 20 months. And that is the God's honest truth, except for my eyeshadow, because I do that every day. But my contours, my blushes, that is the lowest I've ever gotten in a blush. My illuminators, I've never used a whole illuminator. I think this is my second Oh, my camera just got weird. I think this is my second lip conditioner. Never used a complete eyeshadow or, any of this stuff. $14 for the creams, $16 for the powders, $12 for the eyeshadows. Boom. Boom. Tell me that that doesn't make total sense. Oh yeah, 40s know all about that. Yes, ma'am. Awesome job, Mama. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out with me while I do my makeup, while I talk a mile a minute. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get this stuff notarized. So we are officially homeschoolers again, and we're gonna go plant something for Earth Day. What are you guys doing? I'm gonna post this on my feed. Go tell me what you're doing for Earth Day. I don't mean to sound like a tree hugger, but I love the earth and I want it to be around forever and ever and be healthy. So I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. Go get a color match and then go to my post and tell me what you're doing this week.